The Ordinary versus Paula's Choice over 45. The $6 bottle wins. I want to show you two bottles. Both of them say 10% niacinamide on the front. Same active, same number. One of them costs $6, the other one costs $49. And here's the part that made me stop and check twice. The $6 bottle is the bigger one, 30 milliliters against 20. So when you actually do the arithmetic, per milliliter, you are paying somewhere around 12 times more for the same stated concentration of the same ingredient. So that is what we are doing today. The Ordinary against Paula's Choice. 5 categories head to head, and I am grading every single one on the same question. After 45, is the extra money buying you a better molecule, or is it buying you a better bottle? Right? Let's talk about what your skin is actually short of. After about 45, 3 things change at once, and they change together. Your skin makes less collagen, so the structure underneath gets thinner. It makes fewer ceramides, so the barrier that holds water in gets leakier. And cell turnover slows down, so dead surface cells sit there longer, and everything looks duller than it did at 35, even when nothing is technically wrong. So let's find out which is which. Category 1, Vitamin C. The Ordinary's entry here is the Vitamin C, suspension 23% plus hyaluronic acid spheres. Paula's Choice puts up the C15 Super Booster, which is 15%, at $55. And look at those two numbers, because this is the whole lesson of this category in one line. 23% against 15%, the cheaper product has the higher concentration. If the number on the front were the product, this would be over already. It is not over. Vitamin C in its pure form, L-ascorbic acid, is genuinely one of the best supported ingredients in all of skincare. It is also one of the most fragile. It falls apart in the presence of water and air, which is why the Ordinary suspension is water-free. That is a real formulating decision, and it is a smart one. But water-free with 23% of a powdered active suspended in it gives you a texture that a lot of people simply cannot live with. It is gritty, it sits on the skin, plenty of people find it stings, and a product you use twice and abandon in a drawer delivers 0% of anything. Paula's Choice went the other direction, 15%, but stabilized alongside vitamin E and ferulic acid in a formula that spreads like a normal serum and disappears. So here is my honest verdict, and it is not the budget one. Paula's Choice takes this category not because 15 beats 23, because 15 that you will actually apply every morning beats 23 that you will apply on a Sunday, wins, and never touch again. The higher number lost. Category 2, the Retinoid. And this one is the reason I wanted to make this video. The Ordinary brings the Retinal 0.2% emulsion at $14.90. Paula's Choice brings the Clinical Pro Retinaldehyde Dual Retinoid treatment, which runs around $61, so same class of ingredient. Retinaldehyde or retinol is one conversion step away from the retinoic acid your dermatologist would prescribe, which makes it faster acting than ordinary retinol. Both companies chose it, both companies are proud of it. Only one of them tells you how much is in there. The Ordinary prints it right on the box. 0.2%, you know exactly what you bought. I went looking for the equivalent number from Paula's Choice, and I want to be precise about what I found because I do not want to accuse anyone of anything they did not do. Their own product page describes the bright yellow color as reflecting the high concentration of retinaldehyde in the formula. High concentration, that is the disclosure. There is no percentage published anywhere on it. Now, that is not the same thing as saying the product is weak. It might be excellent. They have encapsulated the retinaldehyde in calcium phosphate specifically to cut irritation, and they have paired it with a second oil-soluble retinoid. Those are genuine formulating choices, and they may well be worth money, but I cannot verify a dose that has not been published. And neither can you. You are being asked to pay roughly 4 times the price for a concentration you are not permitted to know. The Ordinary takes this one, and it takes it on disclosure. If you cannot check the number, you cannot check the value. Category 3, the Exfoliant. And this is where I have to eat my own words a little. The Ordinary's Salicylic acid, 2% solution, has been through a rough few years. It was pulled, it spent a long stretch in reformulation, and it is finally back on their site. There's also a second version now, a squalane-based anhydrous one. Call it around $12. Paula's Choice puts up the skin perfecting 2% BHA liquid exfoliant. $37, and that is for 118 milliliters. Do that division before you react to the price because it changes the picture completely. $37 for 118 milliliters is not 4 times the price of $12 for 30. Per milliliter, these two are close to level. And the Paula's Choice formula is, I think, the single strongest product either brand brought to this comparison. 2% salicylic acid at a working pH with green tea and chamomile sitting alongside it to take the edge off. The brand describes it as clinically proven, and I will flag that as their claim rather than mine, but I will also say this. Salicylic acid at 2% doing what it does inside the pore lining is about as settled as skincare gets. And for skin over 45, a well-tolerated leave-on exfoliant is doing more for that slowed cell turnover we talked about than almost anything else you could put on top of it. Paula's Choice takes this category clearly, and it takes it while being roughly the same price per milliliter. That is what a premium actually earning its money looks like. Category 4, Niacinamide, the one from the opening, $6 for 30 milliliters against $49 for 20. Both say 10%. So what is the extra $43 buying? I read both ingredient lists. The Paula's Choice formula is not just niacinamide sitting in water. It carries ascorbyl glucoside, which is a gentle vitamin C derivative. Licorice root extract, allantoin, panthenol. It is a considered little formula, and every one of those additions has a reason to be there. The Ordinary's is niacinamide, zinc, and not much else. And it has a well-known reputation for pilling, for balling up under makeup and sunscreen, and for irritating a subset of people who try it. So the honest framing is this: you are not paying 12 times more for niacinamide. You are paying 12 times more for niacinamide plus a supporting cast, plus a nicer texture. Is that worth $43? For most people watching this, no. And I will tell you why I am comfortable saying that here when I was not comfortable saying it about the vitamin C. Niacinamide is a forgiving, stable, water-soluble ingredient. It does not fall apart on the shelf. It does not need clever engineering to survive. The molecule at $6 is doing the same job as the molecule at $49. The Ordinary takes this one, and it is the most lopsided result in the video. Category 5, Azelaic acid. And this is the closest call of the 5. The Ordinary's Azelaic acid. Suspension 10% is $12.20. The Paula's Choice 10% Azelaic acid booster lists at $39, identical percentage. Genuinely useful ingredient, especially if you are dealing with redness or the flat brown marks that show up on skin over 45 and refuse to leave. The difference is entirely texture, and I do not want to undersell how much texture matters. The Ordinary's is a silicone-heavy suspension. It goes on like a very thin primer, and a lot of people find it pills under anything applied on top of it. The Paula's Choice version is a lighter cream gel with a little salicylic acid and licorice worked in, and it wears under makeup without arguing. I am giving this one to Paula's Choice narrowly and only on wearability, but I want to be straight with you. If you tolerate the silicone texture, and plenty of people do, the Ordinary is giving you the identical 10% for under a third of the price, and you are not missing anything important. So the tally, Paula's Choice takes 3, the Ordinary takes 2, and I know that is not the answer a lot of you came here expecting from me. Here's what I think it actually means, because the score is less interesting than the pattern underneath it. The Ordinary wins wherever the molecule does the work on its own. Niacinamide. Retinal. Stable, well understood ingredients where the job is to get a known dose onto your face and get out of the way. In those categories, paying more is paying for a nicer bottle and a bigger marketing budget, and you can keep your money. I will see you in the next one.